It's game day today, Carlton and Collingwood. I think I might have been a bit rough on Collingwood, so we'll play this for them. Oh well, things aren't going well for Collingwood. I also read in this article here that, what does it say? Quoting, Collingwood will be no good this year. Geez, it's not looking good for Collingwood at all. In fact, it all started last year when they traded away some of their big names.
Jaden Stevenson went to North Melbourne. Tom Phillips went to Hawthorn. And Adam Trelaw, in the end, went to the Bulldogs.
What did Ned Guy, the Collingwood Bliss manager, have to say about trading Jaden Stevenson to North Melbourne?
Well, we had some conversations with Adam and Tim, originally around whether his family was going to move to Queensland and whether he wanted to do that. And it probably just evolved from having that conversation to he thought he'd look at another opportunity.
No good. What does Lee Montagna and Triple M had to say about that?
Well, the Pies have copped a lot of criticism from media and fans alike in the last day. None of the Pies' last 5 first-rounders are with the club anymore.
But it was all good news at Carlton last year.
This is the biggest move to set up the trade period. None as ground shaking, really, as what's happened today, with Adam Sard telling Essendon he wants out and he wants to be traded to Carlton.
And he is there now. A dream come true for him. It wasn't all good for Collingwood last year. Let's revisit this.
Sleep on the couch, get up, near naked, and walk outside on a Sunday morning at 2 a.m. at 7:30 in the morning and say, oh, I'm waiting out the wrong door. No, Jared. No.
That was Mark Robinson on AFL 360 talking about Steel Side Bottom, that mysterious night we still don't know the truth about. Doug Hawkins, what has he got to say about Collingwood?
Bad boy, you are kidding.
Correct stuff. Let's hear how the game against Carlton and Collingwood finished last year in round 14.
Massive rivalry game, this one. There it is. Big win for the Pies. They came down 2 points behind at three-quarter time. Dominated the last two. Kicked the last 5 of the match. Collingwood in the big rivalry game. 10-12, 72. Too good for the Blues. 7-6, 48. Collingwood cement their place in the top 8. The Blues, finals looking a little bit distant.
We didn't even make the finals in the end. That was no good last year. What about last week against the Tigers?
Starting to do the kicking out. Short ball and he finds Wiedering. And there it is. The first game and the first win for the Tigers of 2021.
Bugger, what did Alana say about me the next morning after that loss?
Jason was annoyed this morning, but then he got over that pretty quickly.
Thank you very much. That was, of course, Alana from Married with Children. Yeah, I kept saying Married with Children. It's Married at First Sight. What about good news then for Carlton against the Suns last weekend in the AFLW?
Carlton's finals hopes still well and truly alive. Yes. They were challenged early by the Gold Coast Suns, who kicked the first 3 goals of the game. And then Carlton made a statement at Metricon Stadium.
They sure did, with the highest score ever in AFLW history with 87 points and a 60-point win against the Suns on that particular day. What about the Pies last week against the Bulldogs?
Now short hand pass. There it is, siren time. The Dogs start season 2021 with a win.
Against the Pies, of course. That's when all the bad news for Collingwood started, like Jonathan Brown on the couch on Fox Footy.
There is concerns around the Pies now. Ball movement problems have been an issue, and then the forward line is becoming a real concern.
Sure is. What about Jaden Stevenson? What did he say about being traded to North Melbourne?
I gave Bucks a call myself just to see what was going on and how it was, and he just pretty much said, mate, look for a trade as aggressively as you want and we'll try to facilitate it. He said he doesn't know if I've allowed myself to open up to the group, which I don't necessarily agree with. If you're going to judge me off 1 year, then that's their problem, I suppose, not mine.
Correct. That's bad news for Collingwood there. Just thought I'd toss that in there for good measure. But actually there's no measure, because good news for Carlton. It was all positive, even though we lost last week against the Tigers. It was all positive from the coach David Teague in the post-game presser.
There was a lot of positive signs that came out of the game. Throughout the whole day, there was a lot of positive signs. I had a lot of confidence in the guys that ran out today. But it's making the right decision at the right time. We've got growth areas. I sit here with a lot of belief in this playing group. It was probably what I expected, a real positive.
It was very positive from David Teague there post-match. Justin Madden, the former Carlton ruckman, was talking to Gary Lyon and Tim Watson on their SEN breakfast show in January this year as a prediction as to how Carlton will go this year. This is one thing he said.
You know, they get 3 games in a row or something. Doesn't happen very often, mind you, but when it has happened, everyone sort of goes, yes, we're on our way.
But the strange thing was he said this as well.
If we're successful for a few games in a row, everyone gets a bit carried away. It all goes to their head, and then it all turns pear-shaped.
So what is it? We play a couple of games, it goes well, or play a couple of games and it all goes pear-shaped? Not sure. Very confusing and contradicting messages there, but it was good news for the game tonight as well.
Victoria is finally free of coronavirus for the first time since December. To celebrate the milestone, 75,000 fans will be allowed at the G for round 2. The rule change has been fast-tracked for Thursday night's Carlton-Collingwood showdown.
Yes, that is, of course, tonight. Now, Alana from Married at First Sight, got it right that time. What does she say about it?
Jason doesn't speak about his feelings.
Well, that's not true at all, because I say, go Carlton tomorrow night, #go Blues, yeah, come on Blues.